so magical, it's all in her head. Think it's easy talking to people like her. Yeah, just like writing a song, it's that easy. Might as well get in a fight and roll away in hibernation. Get a drink, enjoy the night and roll away in hibernation. Said that every time without exception, she dragged me up from reality. Unfair expectations I put on her. I'm so sorry, I'll take you out again. Might as well get in a fight and roll away in hibernation. Get a drink, enjoy the night, and roll away in hibernation. Maybe escape, meet up with Jay, back to your last second day. Another skate, another day, back to your stay, another day. Now that it's over and it was fun, enjoy your clubs and your golden lungs. You never trusted me, I know it's true. You think it killed you, well it killed me too.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Selves Premiere Livestream. I'm Amelie Barker.
And I'm Maddie Gladston, your hosts for tonight.
I'll be hanging out here on the red carpet chatting with the cast and crew as they arrive.
And later on, I'll be sitting down with some special guests for a spoiler-free Q&A.
We've got interviews, behind the scenes videos, music and lots of exclusive content from Selves. So stick around, it's going to be a great night.
Don't you think it's weird how different versions of us exist in the minds of everyone we've ever met? I mean, the Mimi in my mind
every day I need help. Every day I'm running so fast.
and the Mimi in your minds. Are two completely different things. And the Mimi in Mimi's minds exists only for her.
Are you high right now?
Don't you think it's weird how different versions of us exist in the minds of everyone we've ever met? I mean, the Mimi in my mind
going?
Yes. Octavia, so you've worn lots of hats on this project, creator, actress, and tonight's organiser. Do you have a favourite role, or do you love them all equally?
I think my favourite role has to be behind the camera. A lot more comfortable behind the camera than I am in front. I say while I'm in front of a camera, but yeah, I have enjoyed the acting part of it, but it's not necessarily my favourite. And as much fun as the evening has been, despite its delay, I think that my favourite has to be directing. I love to boss people around, what can I say?
Lovely. So how does it feel seeing everyone show up tonight for something that you created?
Honestly, it feels like very surreal. You can't see this on the live stream, but I'm currently looking at a room full of people here to support me, which is a bit insane, I have to say. Especially because this just started as a project to make with some friends. I hadn't really thought this was going to do much, but seeing the amount of people in the room tonight supporting me is amazing.
So, what are you most looking forward to out of tonight, the official premiere?
Can I say having a glass of wine?
Absolutely, you can.
I'm looking forward to the screening, provided everything goes smoothly, no technical difficulties or anything. We have tested it out, had a couple technical difficulties, but hopefully everything will be going fine from now on. But yeah.
And is there anyone that you're especially excited to see watch the show tonight?
I mean, most of the people who I'm especially excited to see it have already seen at least snippets of it, but I'm excited for my lead actress Alice Wilson, who I believe you will be talking to actually right after me, so somebody should go and get her possibly. Somebody go and get Alice maybe, yeah. But I'm looking forward to her seeing it. She hasn't seen the whole thing actually, so tonight will be a bit of a surprise. To be fair, I did edit the coming up sequence today, so nobody's seen that one actually. But yeah, and I'm excited for Maddie to see it because a lot of the episodes are based on our friendship, so it'll be fun for her to see some real life conversations we've had on screen.
So what's been your favourite part of putting this whole event together, do you think?
Definitely the people involved. I've been really lucky to work with some amazing people, yourself included.
Thank you very much.
So the friendships that have come from this are really important. I've made some of my best friends through this project, and that's been really special.
Okay, so looks like we have time for a quick little game. Okay, so I am going to throw a few most likely to questions your way, and you just tell me which cast or crew members come to mind first. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, who out of the cast and crew is most likely to forget their lines?
I would say at the beginning it was me, because I took about 1 million years to do it. Although I did know them, I think I was just stressed about it because I do know the whole script off by heart. Then probably Alex would forget his lines the most. Yeah.
Brilliant. We'll see what his answer is later on. Who's most likely to break character because they're laughing?
Oh, I would say Alice, 100%. She is one of the sunniest, happiest people I know. And as soon as one person starts to break even a tiny bit, she's completely gone laughing. So I would say her.
So who do you think out of the cast is most similar to their character?
I would say we all have similarities with our characters, but I would say Alice more represents my character and I'm more similar to hers, but Alex is pretty much spot on, which is funny because I have known him since we were 3, but I didn't know a lot of the stuff that was in the script, and then he was like, oh, did you know this about me? Did you write this about me? And I'm like, no, it just happened to be that you're quite similar to your character. And the funny thing is, his character is the name of his brother, in real life.
What a wonderful coincidence.
Which I didn't mean to do, so there we go.
That's lovely. Okay, so Octavia, thank you so much. We'll see you later at the Q&A, but for now, we'll let you get back to greeting your whole room full of guests. Yeah. And now, stepping up to join me is the start of Selves herself, Alice Wilson. I'm going to swap roles with you quickly so we can see your face in the middle of the mic. Okay. So, what was going through your head tonight when you stepped onto the lovely red carpet that we have?
To be perfectly honest, it was just don't fall, because I'm not very steady on my feet, ever. So yeah, I was just trying to keep my balance, to be honest. Yeah.
How does it feel seeing Selves come to life in front of an actual audience?
Very cool, but very scary as well, for sure. Yeah, no, it's really cool because obviously we started this over a year ago. I mean, Octavia told me the idea even longer than a year ago. So to see it actually come together is very cool. It's kind of very surreal. But
that's lovely. And so, what's been your favourite moment today so far? And you can say the food.
food is very good. Yeah, Jillian's very good at cooking all the time, so not surprised with that. But also just seeing everyone and just seeing people come to support. So much my family came, which is very sweet.
That's the same answer Octavia gave, actually. Yeah. Okay, so what is one of your favourite behind-the-scenes memories from set?
I've been asked this so many times, and I don't know because there's literally so many. Because we just had so many laughs and made so many good friends. As something I said in the cast meetup, it was I think in the cast ending actually, it was not drowning in the bathtub. That's for sure I said, but yeah, no, just yeah. That's lovely. Okay, what one word would you use to describe the vibe of the premiere tonight? Probably buzzing. It's very loud. It's very loud in here, so lots of people talking and everyone getting on, which is quite nice. So, yeah. Okay, and finally, tell us a little bit about getting ready for tonight. I think we might have some footage in a second. Yes, I think so. I apologise for that. I take far too long doing my eyeliner, but yeah. Well, luckily. What? Oops. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Alice, for that. Next up, we have Alex joining us on the red carpet. Alex, hello! So, you play Harry on the show. Is there a particular moment you're looking forward to seeing on screen?
All of it, really. I don't... It's so long ago now, I don't really remember much of it. I think Never Have I Ever, when we find out that my brother, not in the show, my real brother, sucks toes. I think that's going to be quite exciting. Yeah. Wonderful. So what's something that made you laugh during filming, if you can remember that far back? I wasn't actually there, but there's a clip of Freddie Coville, and he touches like an electric fly swat and zaps himself, and you just hear a loud bang, and that made me chuckle. That was good. Yeah. Excellent. Was there a day on set that was your favourite day out of all of them? Favourite scene to film, maybe? I can't really remember. I was sort of designated driver. I was at everything, so whatever happened, I was there. And yeah. So what's it like seeing the premiere come together like this with everyone? Daunting. There's a lot more people than I thought there would be. And I have a very small social battery that's slowly decreasing, so we'll see. But yeah. So also, okay, if you were to play any other character on the show, which character would you choose and why? I think Theo, who's Freddie Coville's character. I definitely couldn't play it as well as him, but he's hilarious. He's very good fun. So yeah. And is there anything that you're most looking forward to tonight? Can't say going home, can I? Seeing old friends, we'll go with, yeah. That's a very good answer, very well. Okay, we also have a little game that I played with Octavia, and now it's your turn. So I'm going to ask you a few most likely to questions, and we'll compare the answers, why don't we? So, okay, who's the most likely to forget their lines? Me. Correct answer, that is the answer that Octavia gave. Who's most likely to break character because they're laughing? Me. Or Lauren. Yeah. Who's most likely to need the most takes? Lauren. Or me. And who do you think is most similar to their character? Lauren. Yeah. Pardon? And why? Why? And why? Lauren's character was perfectly picked out for her, I think. Yeah. That's why. Thank you so much, Alex. We can't wait to see Harry on the big screen. Thank you very much. And now I'm going to be joined by Chris and Jillian. So, you have both been involved on screen and behind the scenes. What's it like standing here tonight, seeing it all actually come to life?
Do you want to go first, or should I go first?
Ladies first, always.
Well, I would say it's really exciting because I know how much hard work she's put into it, and it's been going on for a long time, and it's wonderful to see it all come together. Really. Would you add to that?
Anything to add?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's amazing to see everybody here, and actually all of the hard work that's been done to it, not just by the people who are actually on the stage, but on the screen, but all the people behind it as well. And the fact that it's been so much a friends and family approach, and a whole village, it's really come together, and it's lovely to see the outcome.
That's lovely. So, what would you say, what part of tonight are you guys most excited for?
I think for me, it'll be when it comes up on the screen and everything's working properly. I think. A little bit of relief.
Fair enough.
I think I'm looking forward to seeing the reactions of everyone when they watch it, because I think although you can see it, you never really know how it's going to land until the audience get there. I think that's going to be the fun part. It's a comedy. It's a drama comedy, and hearing the laughs in the room is what I'm looking forward to.
That's wonderful. So, what's the atmosphere been like behind the scenes getting ready for today, would you say?
Happy. Everybody really giving their all, I would say. Oh my goodness, I've had so much help in the kitchen. But, you know, we've all had loads of help. Everyone's got together, everyone's been supportive and wants it to work. So,
That's everyone than me, because I've been away at
he's
work.
been away.
I've come back last minute and I've dealt with all the final things. Can you find this? Can you find that? But it's my birthday, so I'm having the best party I could
There we
possibly
go.
have.
We should mention a very happy birthday to you, Chris, indeed. Okay, so what was it like preparing to act in something that your daughter wrote and directed?
well, for me it was quite exciting because I always wanted to be an actress, and my father said to me, age 18, absolutely not, you can't go to RADA, go and get a proper job. So I did, and so I've always thought that it was really important that Octavia follow her passion, do what she loves, and the fact that she's given me a chance to have a little go, dip my toes in the water, has been fantastic.
Well, I think you had a whole episode. I think I have one line. And the amount of time it took you to film yours is probably the same amount of time it took me to film mine. My daughter is very opinionated, and I think she gets it from me, so that might explain that kind of discrepancy.
So
It's a very good line.
I'm sure. So how did it feel stepping onto the red carpet tonight? And yes, all glamorous.
Yeah, exciting, and also I love the backdrop. So she's had this backdrop for many years, and it's our beloved dog Hebe, and you know, the whole thing goes together, I think, beautifully well.
And I think that's just brilliant. I wouldn't say anything else to it. Thank you.
Well, thank you both so much. It's been amazing to talk to you tonight. Now, not everyone could make it to. Am I doing the next bit? Ah, yes. But now, not everyone could make it to the premiere tonight. But don't worry, they've managed to crash the party actually. So let's take a look.
Hi, my name's Ed and I play Max on the show. Very sorry to miss out on the premiere. Getting big FOMO tonight, I have to say. I'm sure it'll be absolutely amazing. And I think as for my favourite moment on the set, obviously, of course, the broader bringing everyone together, meeting lots of new lovely people, but also there was one where I think we got bacon sandwiches for as one of the props, I think. So that was definitely a highlight.
So that's all from me on the red carpet. Thanks to everyone who stopped by. So before we head to the Q&A with Maddie, who will be interviewing the band Tall Lady. Before we head into the Q&A with Maddie, who'll be interviewing Tall Lady, let's take a look, or rather a listen, to a little something from Tall Lady. Don't go anywhere.
Every day I need you. Every day I'm running so fast. Every day I need you. Every day I'm running so fast. Every day I need you. Every day I'm running so fast. Take your time, we've left the atmosphere. criminal mind. You know I got you working overtime. Oh, I'm no stranger to your business. I don't need to hide. Oh, I'm a supermarket cowboy, the best of my kind. Oh. Oh, I'm a supermarket cowboy, best of my kind. Oh, I got the feather touch. Don't feel in no rush. Oh, keep it cool by the exit so I don't give away too much. I got to eat 'em in my pocket. You know I like it double dutch. I got a criminal mind. You know I got you working overtime. Oh, I'm no stranger to your business. I don't need to hide. Oh, I'm a supermarket cowboy, the best of my kind.
Oh, welcome back. I hope you found some new songs to add to your playlist. I'm Maddie, and I'll be chatting with some of the amazing people who helped to bring Selves to life. Our first Q&A guests tonight are the band Tall Lady, whose music features throughout the show, and they'll be watching Selves for the first time right here at the premiere. It's so great to have you guys here. To kick things off, could you each introduce yourselves and what you play in the band?
Sure. So I'm Tom, and I play saxophone and guitar.
I'm Angus, I sing, and I also play the guitar.
I'm Jamie, and I play the bass.
Cool. Where did the name of your band come from?
Jim, I'll let you take this one, actually.
Well, we have a really tall wooden picture of a lady, believe it or not, and Tom and I were sitting down one day, we're like, band names, and then up for debate who thought of it, but one of us was like, what about Tall Lady? And I think the other one was like, nah, that's rubbish. But we couldn't think of anything else. So yeah, so it's got the identity, and it's got kind of the logo and the brand image, and we've adopted it, and it's stuck. So yeah, but it doesn't really mean anything. There's not any kind of double meaning to it, or Yeah.
We're clearly a very creative bunch, and we're stuck with one name out of the best of a bad bunch. I still stand by the fact that I chose the name. Jamie claims he did, but I think that's one that's never going to be resolved.
That will have to remain undisputed, I guess. What was your first reaction when Octavia reached out about using your music in Selves?
Octavia reached out to me on Instagram, and obviously we went to school together many years ago. So it was really nice, obviously, to kind of hear from an old friend and old what's the word? Schoolmate. There we go. Yeah. So really cool. And then we kind of looked into the project and just kind of amazed about how incredible she's done with this show and this series, organising all of this, and we were just very honoured to be a part of the kind of production process of it.
So you said you all went to school together. Can you tell us a bit more about that and how you met and how you decided to form the band?
Yeah. So I mean, we all played instruments separately at school. We carried it through kind of even when we left. But we never really played together until lockdown, when myself, Jamie, and Felix, our drummer, we started playing together in his garage. And we really enjoyed it, and it kept going and kept going. Tom came on board as well, because obviously they've been brothers, we play a lot together. And then at our first gig, we needed a guitarist, and then so the day before, Jamie was with Henry DeMonico, who's still our guitarist now, he's amazing, and he said, maybe we need a guitarist, are you down? And he was, and he still plays with us, a year and a half later, and I can't think of anyone better. Can't get rid of him. Yeah, so it's great.
Nice bit of backstory. Do you have a favourite song out of your EP, and why?
Yes, I think we've all probably got a different answer to this question based upon which one maybe contributed more to each tune. My favourite one is Can't You See, which is the first song we've released, and it's a kind of more alternative, slightly funkier kind of rock song, and that's my favourite for sure. I absolutely love it. I'm sure we're going to get a lot of eclectic difference in the answers here.
To be fair, I also love Can't You See. It was an amazing tune to write, and we really love playing it still. You still love listening to it now, even though we listen to it a lot in the recording and mixing and mastering process. But for me, probably Jules, which is coming out soon in the EP this summer. Just because Henry, the guitarist, he came in with the most amazing part, and we loved it from the start, and it's beautiful. I can't wait for you guys to hear it.
I'm quite curious to see where Rollover goes in the series, because it's quite like a full-on song and kind of fun, and I'm really excited to. That's probably my favourite one. Really excited to see where you've put it, because that will be really interesting. I mean, it's quite a vibe change from the other ones as well. So, yeah.
Well, that actually leads on to the next question, because is there a song that you're particularly excited for people to hear in the show?
I think, Rollover will be, for all three of us, the most exciting one to hear. I mean, it's unreleased at the moment, so quite nice everyone to get like a little sneak peek hear the song before we release it in a few weeks this summer. But as Jamie said, it's definitely a vibe change from the kind of rest of the EP. So very, very curious to see how it fits into the show, but also how everyone reacts to it as well.
And are you excited to watch the show for the first time tonight?
Yeah, I can speak on behalf of all of us. Yeah, we're buzzing. Yeah, honestly, can't wait. Really, really excited. It's been a date in the diary for a long time, so very excited to kind of watch the show.
And for anyone new to your music, how would you describe your sound?
So you.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate that. I mean, it started as it's a lot of funk, rock, and blues influences. A lot of contemporary stuff as well that kind of gets thrown into the mixer. I would say funk rock is kind of where we lie as a nice middle ground. Some of it gets more indie, for instance with Can't You See, but obviously some of it gets a lot more rocky with Rollover. Some of the stuff we have coming out, so Radiator Blues, which is also going to be on the EP. Clues in the name, obviously it's a bit more bluesy, but it's kind of a mix, but it's all within the same circle. So I think that's one of our strengths, is that we can take all of those and play them the same. I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, Jim.
Ditto.
Cheers.
Man of many words.
Full of words. And delving more into the creative processes of creating your songs, what is your songwriting process like? Is it collaborative or more individual, or?
Very collaborative, I'd say. As in, I think we all are very individualistic when it comes to our own kind of preferences, but we very much bring it together and like to collaborate when we jam to kind of have that unique sound that we have, or at least we hope we have, I suppose, the better way of saying that. And it will take something like one of us will bring like a lick or something they've written, and then it'll come to the band and we'll play it together and we'll jam it out and see how that sounds together. But it very much is a collaborative process. A few of the songs are a little bit more kind of individual influence, so some of them are more written by, so Jamie, for instance, Radiator Blues is kind of his brainchild, whereas with Angus is a little bit more a song called Odyssey, which is also coming out soon, is very much his brainchild. So it's a bit of both, but mainly collaborative, I'd say. I mean, lads, would you
Yeah, definitely. I think we wouldn't get the sound we have if we weren't collaborative. We try to always be that way, and I think it makes our songs the better for it, really.
Nice. And do you remember your first ever gig? What was it like? I'll start with you this time.
Well, it was actually probably some friends of, certainly of Octavia's, their 18th birthday, Otto and Lulu's. It was great, actually. It was really good. We probably haven't topped it, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, everyone was pretty drunk, which helped. But we did 4 songs and we practiced for about 2 weeks beforehand. Like, you know, we took it really seriously. And yeah, it was awesome. But yeah,
we weren't even called Tall Lady then. We were called Live Wire.
Yeah.
And honestly, I can't remember. I saw the videos that they were taking that gig for the first time. It's horrible. Live Wire. What were we thinking?
Yeah,
but it was great fun.
Henry, our guitarist either.
Yeah.
So that was technically our first gig. But our first gig with Henry was about 3 months later in London. But we were just doing covers back then and stuff. Unfortunately for everyone else, we're now doing our originals. So true.
And what's next for the band? Any gigs? Well, releases clearly, or projects we should watch out for?
Yeah, so we've got the EP coming out very soon this summer, and then following from that, we've got a gig in London, playing again at the Bread and Roses, excuse me, which we sold out in December, so very excited to play that again. And then following on from that, we're co-headlining the Rockhella Rock Festival in Andover, so a local gig. Very excited to be back there playing again. And then from that point onwards, a few more releases and hopefully an album towards the latter end of the year, towards the new year as well.
Nice, lots of things going on then. And where can people find your music or follow you online?
So it's Tall Lady on Spotify, or Amazon Music if you're like Jamie. And we're Tall Lady Band on Instagram. We post a lot. We started posting TikToks, which we kind of hate, but it is quite good fun, and you have to. So have a listen. But yeah, and hopefully when you hear it here, you'll be pleasantly surprised.
I built a website as well.
Yeah, we have the website too. Is it tallladycollective.com?
talllady.co.uk.
Obviously. Yeah.
Nice. Well, people can clearly do a bit of research about that. Tall Lady. Yes. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me, and we're thrilled to have your music in the show. Now let's take a look at behind the scenes of Selves.
I'm home. Wait, that was shite.
Every day I need you. Every day I'm running so fast.
I didn't even mean to do that. Ow, my back hit your knee.
I like to side my legs. Did you just electrocute yourself?
I'm not gonna have that much. What the fuck? That's illegal. Be careful, that's
I guess it's just not me.
fuck, sorry.
I'll see you downstairs.
I'm walking out. Shoot. Are we in the way then?
No, you're fine.
Don't worry.
Yeah, you need to take your coat off. Strip for me, Alice.
Okay. No, not on camera, sorry. This is for Octavia.
It's a private show.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh! She's got some moves!
Yeah, my fortune's changed.
Wiener.
Maybe the blue is what I always crave. Oh, give me a song.
little laughing. I'm so glad you laughed first.
Can't you see?
I could ask you the same thing.
Okay, not
There
like
we go.
that.
Also,
That was good. What's wrong with that?
With that little look behind the curtain. And to close our Q&A, I'm joined by the creative hearts of Selves, Octavia Sanger, the show's leader who also plays Summer, and Alice Wilson, who stars as our lead, Mimi. So let's jump right in. How are you both feeling now that the night's in full swing?
Quite nervous. I think the excitement is combating the nerves pretty well. I was definitely a lot more stressed early on. We were half an hour late, but everything seems to be back on track now. So looking forward to the screening later. What about you?
yeah, nervous is probably a good word to use.
We've still got to see ourselves on screen.
yeah.
So after you're done with the hosting,
It's
we
true.
shouldn't have to worry
It's
about
true.
that.
Still have to bury our heads in our laps, but yeah, no, it should be good. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah.
It's a very exciting evening. Alice, how did you prepare for your role?
I have to admit, I should have probably prepared a lot more, because I don't know, I feel like, as you'll see, like each episode, she kind of, like Mimi, who I play, acts kind of differently because it's from the perspective of each person, and I didn't properly take that into account until like halfway through.
I think she did an amazing job and she's just very modest. But yeah, she's right. Each episode takes place from the perspective of a different character. So episode 1 is from Max's perspective, who Ed can't be here tonight, but he did send in a video that we will have seen on the live stream earlier, wishing us all good luck. He said he's got a lot of FOMO, so that's fun. Fun for him. But yeah, I think she did a fantastic job. But she's right. Each version of Mimi is sort of a different thing. So you had the difficulty of playing 5 characters there, essentially.
Yeah, but that obviously means it's a lot of fun to play around with as well. So yeah, no, it was good.
And without spoilers, how would you both describe your characters in 3 words?
You can go first for that one.
My character's definitely messy, so much like me in that sense. I would say she's fun, she's flirty, and yeah, messy.
I don't know, honest, kind of unpredictable. I don't know, and kind of like sensitive in a way that you wouldn't really understand until the last episode.
Yeah, the
really.
last episode does reveal a lot more about her character. It's the only one from her character's perspective, so the sort of versions, the versions of her character that exist before then are seen through other people's eyes. So the last one is her character from her perspective.
Yeah.
And what do you think the audiences will connect with the most in Selves?
I mean, I personally think that each person will find a different thing to connect with, because there's so many different aspects to it. You have like, I don't know, the family, the friends, the love, the like, every different part. So I think it just really, it's a personal thing and what you will connect with, I don't know.
I know I keep banging on about the whole perspectives thing, but it does mean there are like 5 times the amount of characters in the show, because each character changes based on who is viewing that person. And so I feel like it will be easy for you to connect with a character because there are so many, basically. So I feel like there will be something for everyone in there.
Yeah, it sounds like there'll be something for everyone in the show. Was there a day on set that really stands out to you as a favourite?
Freddie electrocuting himself was pretty funny. That was kind of a chaotic day.
Yeah.
He thought that the electric tennis racket that's used to like kill wasps and stuff wouldn't hurt as much as it did. And you'll probably have seen in the behind the scenes earlier, he electrocuted himself, and that was pretty funny because he didn't actually get hurt, so we were all fine. Yeah, I think the ones with more cast members are the days that stick out to me. The one with the
big scene, like with
the garden party.
The garden party,
yeah, that had pretty much everyone who's here in it.
Yeah.
So that one was pretty amazing because of just the sheer
Just
amount of
fun as
people who
well,
were there.
like, to do,
yeah. Plus, we got to drink wine that day, so you know that's always good. Yeah. There was one day Alex did about 19 shots of sours, so that was pretty fun as well. But I would say, the garden party was
the
pretty.
bigger scenes.
The ones that, and then we did a couple that were just the two of us, which were quite fun. But after the 20th day of just the two of us filming something, it gets quite tiring, and we need a lot of coffee.
And get very distracted as well.
And there's no alcohol on those days, so yeah.
Yeah. No, I would agree. Yeah.
Sounds like you had a good time filming it though, overall. What surprised you the most about filming this project?
Probably the amount of people who got involved. I made a documentary when I was 16, and that had a lot of people involved as well, which you can watch on Amazon Prime if you if you fancy. But that had maybe between 50 and 60 people involved in that, which was quite a lot, and that was 1 hour 15 minutes, I think. And that one, I was like, I can see why people are involved, because it was locked down, no one had anything to do, and we could film a lot of them over Zoom. But this meant that a lot of people had to be with us for a lot of time, which, as lovely as Alice is, I don't know that I'm the best person to hang out with every single day, and possibly not you in the morning. But it was the amount of people who helped out with everything that was probably the most amazing part of it for me.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Yeah.
Well, that leads on to the next question. What was the vibe like off camera during production?
It really depended on the day.
But I would say a lot of laughs.
Yeah.
Too many laughs sometimes get quite distracted.
Couple injuries. Alice broke her leg.
No, I didn't break my. No, for context, it was probably 2 days before our first filming.
Yeah.
I fell on the stairs and sprained my ankle. I didn't break anything, but it did mean that I was on crutches for the first month.
So if you see her limping in the show, that'll be why.
It's not part of the character.
I don't have anything else to add, I don't think. I think it really depended on the day. Again, some days with lots of people involved, we had a lot more high energy. Other days it was me, Alice and Alex, and we were filming a scene that we'd shot 8 times already, and we needed one extra shot, and it was 8 a.m. But they were all fun, even the 8 a.m. ones when we needed coffee and an IV. They were fun still. So yeah, it was just a good time. Yeah.
And is there a particular moment in the series that was especially fun to film?
This is a technical thing rather than anything particularly fun, but all of the dolly shots that we got to do, which is it's when you zoom in on a person and the background zooms out. They were pretty fun to figure out how to do technically, especially when you have a lot of props in the way, because you use a train track thing with the tripod and camera on, and you have to walk with it all and walk with the mic and zoom out at the same time, which when you're I would say 2-person crew, Alex was there most of the days, is quite difficult to do. But that was my favorite bit, and my favorite part for people to see, which is quite boring, I have to say, so I'm hoping you have a better answer than I do.
I guess on a more personal level, probably swimming, or some people would say my lack of swimming ability, but going in the pool was quite fun, and then also in the bathtub as well.
I got to film in the pool a POV shot from under the water, so I got to swim up with the camera, which was really cool to do. And then the bathtub one was actually really cool,
with the lighting and stuff.
Which you will see snippets of tonight. We're only showing the first 2 episodes, but there will be a coming up segment with episodes 3, 4, and 5 in, which has the bathtub scene in, which was very fun.
And you can get a sneak peek of that on the back of the cards. How did the ensemble cast shape the energy of the show?
A lot, to be honest.
Yeah. It was probably the reason that we all had so much fun, I have to say. Going back and editing the bloopers reel and the behind the scenes stuff was hilarious, because I couldn't remember half of it. I was when did Ed push Freddie into a wall? When did that happen? Obviously in a friendly way. But that was quite fun to go back and watch, and I think that the ensemble cast made it what it was and made it so fun. Obviously Alice, fantastic, and everyone else in the show was as well. I think what was interesting as well, because each episode is from a different person's perspective, each person is basically a main character in the show, so that was quite fun. Sorry, I'm talking a lot.
No, I agree with everything you're saying. So,
what's something the audience might not know about the behind the scenes of the show?
How long it took to film, because I was at university for a lot of it, so we kept doing like month off, and then we'd have to film from like this high up, because Alex told me he sold one of his t-shirts that we used in the show, which he has now found. So he did in fact not sell his t-shirt, but yeah, we had some interesting looks because he was borrowing tops from my dad. Yeah, so that's a behind the scenes bit that you won't know. That the costume change, the hair changes. Our hair grows like 3 inches in one shot, which I'm hoping nobody notices. But now I've said it, so I guess you'll look out for it now. But there we go. But that's sort of the behind the scenes that hopefully people won't know, although they do now. What about you?
yeah, no, I don't know, just probably timing and stuff. And it did take over a long period of time, so we just do like lots of short bursts over different months probably. So we started, I guess, back in like end of July.
No, it was
August?
End of August.
End of August last year, and then we did like a couple of shots in October, stuff like that, and that hence the look.
Haircut.
Yeah, everything changes and stuff.
It's
But
part of the characters, I'm saying, because each one's from a different perspective. So I think my character thinks that Alice has longer hair than she actually does, and that's the way that we're going to get out of that.
yeah, exactly.
It's all on purpose.
And what's something you hope the audience feels after watching the show?
Like connection,
Yeah.
like realization. I feel like that's a lot what I like. I guess now from just reading the scripts is just that everything's always different from like different people's perspective, and like realizing that and like respecting that is like important.
Yeah.
And I feel like that the show just like kind of really shows that in a way. But
Yeah. I want people to add some songs to their playlists after this one. I've worked with a lot of amazing like musicians and stuff during this. I will name some, but I'm scared I'm going to forget some people, so if I forget you, I'm very sorry. You're all in the credits. But Tall Lady were amazing, and I have 3 of their songs in the episodes that you'll see tonight, and more of their songs in the later episodes. And I've had... my mind is going blank now. My composers have been absolutely phenomenal. They've made all original music for me. You'll see the opening credits is one of my favourites. The song for that is incredible, and I'm very grateful to them. Other people, Alfie, Will, Charlie, all of you, thank you so much for your music, and I hope that people will add them to their playlist now.
And finally, what have you learned creatively or personally from working on Selves?
I need coffee in the morning.
yes, so definitely need coffee as well.
Yeah. I had to tempt Alice out of bed. I would make her a coffee and go upstairs and be like, look, the coffee's here. And be like, you have to drink it downstairs. But yeah, I think we work better in the afternoons. That's what I've learned.
Time pressures definitely needed a lot of the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's almost time for the screening to begin, but first we're giving you the very first look at the Selves title sequence. Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. The screening's just about to start, so we'll say goodbye here. But keep your eyes out. There's plenty more Selves content coming over the next few weeks. Make sure to follow us on our socials for everything that's coming out next. Good night.
I'm home. Wait, that was shite.